Hi again, everyone. Scott Player Popcorn Fan here, and in this video I just finished watching the first episode of the Penguin series. It is a limited series that's premiering on HBO and on the Max service, and I'm ready to give my thoughts on it. I thought it was very satisfying. I feel like there was a lot that it did to help set up the rest of the season, and I thought it was really well done. Like, the cinematography was really good for a TV show, and the production, like, I love that we're starting to see more of the city of Gotham in this new Batman universe that Matt Reeves is creating, and that's easily the thing I'm looking forward to the most, as well as, of course, Colin Farrell as Oswald Cobb. Yes, that you heard that correctly. Oswald Cobb. They changed his last name. I guess they wanted this to be more grounded and realistic, fitting within the same tone as the Batman film, and I guess that's the reason for changing his last name to Oswald Cobb. I'm so used to Cobblepot, but they changed it to Cobb. It sounds a little too funny to me, but nonetheless, Colin Farrell, he just absorbs into the role, and you just, with all that makeup on, you just cannot tell that it's him, and he does an amazing job in this role. And also, I think the actress that plays Sofia Falcone, she is an interesting character. I'm really curious to learn more about her character going forward, and it was interesting with the way this episode was going, because Oz, the Penguin, kind of took in this protege, and I thought that was interesting. I wasn't sure where they were going to go with that, but it looks like he's this new assistant to the Penguin, and they're going to be working together, and I'm really curious how they're going to tackle Penguin's rise to power within the criminal underworld of Gotham. And there's this thing that happens at the very beginning of the episode where, like the very beginning, like the opening couple minutes of the episode, I don't want to spoil what happens, but because of what happens, it creates this vacuum, right? This window of opportunity for Penguin, and he takes up on it, and he does what he does. And also, there's some pretty graphic moments in this episode too. Like, I was surprised by that. This is kind of like The Sopranos, but in the world of the Batman, and it really shows. I think this is a very grounded and gritty series, and because of that, there's also a lot of swearing. The Penguin had quite a few F-bombs in this episode, so pretty quite a bit there in regards to the more mature nature of this that I'm really invested in. I'm really excited for the rest of this season. This is easily a much better first episode than Agatha All Along. I will say that. I like the tone of this so much more. And I was listening to the music, and I don't know if it's just me, but as a fan of Psycho, I feel like there were elements of the score in this episode that made me think of Psycho. I don't know why, but I love the score. It reminded me of like Hitchcock films, and that was just so fascinating hearing that score there. So the score was great, the cinematography, the production design, the costume design too. I like a lot of the different kind of suits that Oz wears, and really curious where they're going to take Sofia Falcone's character. She looks like she's going to be like the main big bad of the season, so we'll see how that goes. And this is only the first episode, so no grade or anything like that, but I definitely thought it was very well worth it. If you're a fan of the Batman, this is definitely worth it as a continuation of the Batman, and just seeing more of Colin Farrell's character of Penguin. I'm really happy to say that they do the character justice in quite a few different ways in this one episode alone, and as a fan of the Gotham TV show, I noticed that he wants to be recognizable as a Penguin, right? He kind of has this injured, like dislocated toe. I don't think that's a spoiler because I've seen that before on the Gotham TV show, in a way. But I thought that was fascinating because it was his foot was like completely disfigured, and that was why he was like waddling as he walks and having this thing on his foot to help him walk, which did remind me of Robert Lord Taylor's Penguin a little bit on the Gotham show, but this is a very different version of the character though, and I'm really just really satisfied with the first episode. I'm really excited for the rest of the season. So those are all my thoughts on the Penguin Season 1, Episode 1. That should do it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Peace.